The reasons why I enjoy dressing the way that I do is because I know I'm a sensitive soul. I know I've been affected by a lot. I know I'm emotional, and I feel like I can carry myself in a manner where it doesn't matter what the world has brought me. I'm together. I'm in one piece. And I feel a power and a presence and a poise. I'm from Oakland, California, born and raised. My mother was a flight attendant, Bohemian, Czech, and my father was a pilot, very mixed, African American, German, Creole, and Cherokee. My parents raised me to really believe in culture and beauty and to go beyond what is just directly around you. What I stand for is love and passion and doing what you believe in. I don't stand for saying, well, I'm this ethnicity. My mother and father were gone all the time. So there's a woman who raised me, and her name is Desi Du. She's from Mississippi, and she's the love of my life. She's the most amazing woman. She gave me some of the most valuable life lessons that I still hold on to today. It doesn't matter what anyone's disappointment is in the world or the issues that they have. What matters is that you live life in a kind, gentle manner. As a kid, I was really into movies from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. That was just my comfort zone of films. A lot of the movies that I liked at that time had certain women of color. You know, Lena Horne. It wasn't as vast as, you know, Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire and Rita Hayworth. I would pay attention to their manners, the language that they used, and the dispositions of the women compared to the men. What I enjoyed was the togetherness and the class and the grace and the elegance that women specifically of that time carried, and that was a direct style influence. I was just so deeply, deeply terrified of singing for people because I was so embarrassed by other situations that have happened in my life. I just did not think it was an opportunity that I could really go for. This neckline is what really got my attention for the dress, because the way that this is draped and then the shape of it, and it just frames Nefertiti, and it really makes me think of my grandmother a lot. I'm such a sucker for gloves. The skirt that I'm wearing belonged to the late and great Ima Sumac. This little cashmere short sleeve cardigan was from the 40s. My most treasured possession would be this bracelet. This one is a special piece because it was my grandmother's on my father's side, and I feel imbalanced if I don't have it on. She gave me these earrings and she said, Mara, I loved wearing these earrings, but they just don't work for me anymore. I just see you wearing them. And she gave them to me and I tried them on, and they were really, really special. I just had all sorts of types of music around me growing up. Billie Holiday was one of my favorites as a kid. Prince, Al Green, Brooke Benton. Kids would ask me what I was listening to and laugh at me because it wasn't what was on the radio. I spend a lot of time crying. But that's why my art is what it is, because I'm emotional and I tap into that. And I think there's a lot of people in this world that want to sweep their emotions under the rug. You have to know yourself in dark times as well. I stopped attending high school my senior year. I had a hard time because of the texture of my hair, or the skin tone that I have, or the way that I choose to speak, which my parents raised me to speak very articulate. I had my first real boyfriend, my first love, and he was very abusive. When I was in it, I thought it was my fault. I thought I was making the mistakes and I was evoking the abuse that was happening. That was my fault. So I had a series of realizations, and it came to the point where I couldn't take it anymore. I realized I need to do what I believe in, which was music. So my very first show ever was on my 22nd birthday, and that just changed my life. Music was that shining light at the end of the tunnel that I was reaching for. Like I had to go for that. I was crying after the show. I mean, it was my birthday and all these, like, I can't believe people enjoyed this. I can't believe they understood where I was coming from. I can't believe they they came here to support, and it was so many people for someone that had no history in the music scene in the Bay Area, and that was like my first musical birth. I say sorry a lot when I don't have to, and I'm a nurturer, and I like caring for people, and I find myself tending to others more so than my own needs. I think beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and what's beautiful to someone may not be beautiful to someone else. And if you're just comfortable in your own skin, that's really, really beautiful. It doesn't matter what you look like, what size you are, what you're wearing. If you're comfortable in your own skin, that's really beautiful, because that's hard to achieve.